Hey everyone, Senrai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 4th episode of the 4th season of Overlord. And last episode was quite interesting because we pretty much had a lot of political maneuvering slash exposition essentially, especially with like this slain theocracy. I feel like I'm gonna just, my tongue wants to jump out of its mouth whenever I try to say that, but anyway, they are obviously very important existence. They're like the oldest country, I believe. They're very like magical and they very complicated with all their seats and positions and stuff like that. Also mentioning something called Godkin, which we haven't really heard much about, but when we saw like a visualization of them, I was pretty sure we saw them before, so I went back to episode 1 of season 2, and yeah, we saw both of those two. And, you know, conversing and whatnot. The girl I especially remember because she was playing with a Rubik's Cube and also talked about how she wants a big, strong man to impregnate her. You know, the kind of thing you don't forget when somebody mentions it, really. But, yeah, totally we're the same people. So, we don't know much about these Godkin aside from the fact that they're very powerful. Somebody speculated that they could take out a bunch of Death Knights, so I would love to see them fight. Also, the one guy back in first episode of season 2 that I mentioned, you know, because she actually asked, you know, who's stronger, me or Sheltier? And he said that she was. So, if that's true, that's that's impressive. So, I would love to see these two fight at some point. But yeah, there was that whole thing. In the same theocracy, pretty much having their meeting to decide what to do going forward. Because the Ainzol Gon Sorcerer Kingdom, it's a big thing, and everyone kind of has to decide how they want to tackle it, and nobody seems to be a big fan of it, really. Just Ain's existence in general. But we also have El Nix, our Bahamut Empire boy, and he's not handling things very well. He's kind of has his hair falling out, very, very upset, very panicky. Because, I mean, why wouldn't he be? Like, he got to first-hand witness just the glory of Ainzol Gon, and his knight was like there during the huge massacre of all the people, right? Because people keep talking about that one spell that just killed 100,000 people or whatever. Again, the kind of thing you wouldn't forget, really. So everyone kind of scrambling, wondering what to do, and an alliance between the kingdoms is kind of the only thing really viable. So Elnix tried to make that happen in the episode, tried to be very sneaky about it, like he even had these silver bird thread people show up to make sure no eavesdropping could possibly ever happen. You know, being very, very cautious, and, you know, Ainzol Gon just kind of floats right in front of the meeting, saying, "Hey guys, what's up? What a coincidence! Nice to see you guys. Hey, who's your friends? You know, you haven't introduced us, right?" Just making Elnix just look like he was the mastermind orchestrating this whole thing, right? At least that's the perspective of the head priest of fire and wind that were there. They were not big fans of any of that, really. But yeah, we just had a whole bunch of Elnix just kind of falling apart. But he hasn't given up yet. He did say that. He hasn't given up, so we'll see how that goes. But more importantly, we actually have like a Colosseum. So Ainzol Gon came to take on their warrior king. They're the number one, like this big old troll in armor, right? So hopefully we get to see that fight. Obviously, with all the political stuff we had last episode, it would be cool to get some just good old-fashioned violence in this episode to kind of balance things out. So yeah, with all that said, let's just jump into the episode and see what we get. 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, looks like we are definitely going to continue the Colosseum stuff. Yeah, Ainzol Gon just got his staff, some cloth armor. That's all he really needs. Oh yeah, we also had the kiss last episode. that was definitely a thing. Yeah, there are still other powerful people, you know, definitely worth keeping in mind. As if anyone would ever disagree with Ainz, you know. Anyone in Nazareth, that is. So yeah, hopefully we can see exactly how we go from here to the, you know, Colosseum thing. Because during that bit, we had a couple moments where Elnix was talking about just how clever Ainz is, and you know, it kind of get me thinking, like, how much of this was intentional, how much was an accident, how much was, Demiurge's doing, right? So hopefully this episode can answer that question. At the end of the season, his hair is just going to be completely gone. And also, yeah, Dragon we saw first episode of season 2 as well. Although I think they heavily implied that there wasn't always a dragon, this was a new form. And yeah, there's the silver bird thread people. I think that's what they're called, something like that. We got them last episode. Kind of the Bahamut Empire's version of the Blue Roses. And there's just a lot of really cool stuff in this opening, like... Really has me hopeful for this season. And then what, there's a shot of like Brain fighting Cocytus there? And also that, yeah, that's the dragon guy that I was talking about, like in his, when he was still in the armor. Because in the episode I was talking about, the armor is kind of like set to the side, right? But that one scene, we really had no context to it, like when it took place or anything. So, you saw a bit of a shot of him fighting Shaltir and stuff, but yeah. The Ruler of Conspiracy. So it seems like some of that Season 2 stuff that was shown briefly might be relevant to this season. Maybe. It's fine, it's fine. We're buddies, it's fine. We're cool. I invited him over to my place the other day, and gotta go visit him. Good old Gates. All in due time. Okay, so sorry to mute it. Okay, it's fine. Some of them might. I know, right? You're surrounded by so many yes men, it's gotta be refreshing. Yeah. Literally has his emotions repressed and stuff, magically. That sounds great. Okay, maybe it was this guy's idea. So I've heard. Maybe it really was a coincidence. I like you. You're good to have around. Is back. Okay. Ha! I'm slowly getting a new fan here. Okay. Just relax and be teleported. Let it happen. Okay. Just casually do that. If I can recognize that voice. Yeah, it was not lost on him. Good old interdimensional pocket. Book of the Dead. I'm surprised it's not more black and, you know, dark and... It doesn't look gloomy enough to be a Book of the Dead, is what I'm trying to say. Well, get good. Get you some flashcards, teach you the language. Magical sounding book. Sasuke Einsan. Okay. It kind of sounds like Ludo Rotham in the Rance universe. Like a similar system. Yeah, please don't break it or lose it. But I want it! I wouldn't want to give it up either. And I really do enjoy this show. Oh yeah, we saw her in the opening, a rabbit girl. Yeah, I definitely remember her. Because me, a bunny girl would not get past me. Nice little place. And yeah, that's the guy that was with the rabbit girl. Very weird kind of face, the eyes and stuff. Oh, that looks like a magical blade. Yeah, runes. That's what I was thinking too. I mean, you know that there's some Yggdrasil stuff in this world, you know. Oh, that's a word. Lisa. Wouldn't mind checking that out. You know, fairly smart guy. I can't get over the eyes though. Like, there's so much room left on that face to make them bigger. But kind of reminds me of the one character from Prison School. You know. Yes, want to show the country what I got. Flex a little bit. Have you? Yeah, you know, no big deal. Just another Tuesday afternoon. Also summoned a bunch of, you know, baby goats. El Nick's request. I mean, maybe there's some truth to that. I do vaguely remember someone requesting something about using a fancy spell. Should rewatch a previous season. Should rewatch the whole show, you know, like every month. That's actually a good question. Because obviously they said he was a troll, so he's not really in the human framework of power. So he could be stronger. Naturally. No. It's fine. You know, it's a bit of a handicap, but it's certainly doable. Oh, that's not the voice I was expecting. Oh, that's okay. Those are the not hands I was expecting. I'm gonna respectfully disagree on that. Fair enough. Get some meat on their bones. Or his bones, I don't know. It's a fairly deep voice. Either way, we're back at the Coliseum. Just grab my weapon and go beat up a Skeleton King. At least try to. But yeah, this could be interesting because we do have Ainz being handicapped and a very powerful warrior, so and who knows? It may be like a real fight. Go Gin. Gin, like, you know, gold, yeah. Yeah, I remember that from the other troll. Yeah, do you remember that? I'm not like other war trolls. He's no fool. I don't want to be racist towards the trolls. I like you. I'll turn you into an undead and take you home. Freaking Ainz. Okay, seems much more reasonable than the last strong warrior we made a similar offer to. I mean, you can't really eat a skeleton. Handshake. Yeah, the scales a little bit. I guess it still works. Just trying to shake a little bony hand. Uh, when you have an armor-covered hand, no less. But yeah, let's go! Okay, just gonna turn my volume a little bit and enjoy the fights. Yeah, Nick's like, I think we ended the last episode with him being like, "Go Warrior King," because you know he's kind of biased going into the fight. Ooh, okay. Uh, uh, were we supposed to not use magic? Some of the stuff looked kind of magic-y. As they should be. uh, it needs to be a little bit more subtle about your bias. Is it stuck? I guess like it sucks for him. Okay, we are going to use those swords in the back. I did notice those earlier. I bet. I mean, that armor itself would be hard to get through, you know. Like, remember the fight with Clementine, you know, how to go for, like, the eye slots and stuff when she was fighting him, but... Oh, okay, just stabbed right through. No real issue. Oh, wow. That had to sting a little bit. The audience not on my side. I am the warrior king. It's not a big problem because you can just, you know, bring him back as an undead troll. But taking the helmet off, okay. But I still want to fight. Yeah, I think the fight's probably about to be over here. One way or the other. Most likely with Heinz's victory, but... Okay, that worked on the hamster. Doesn't look like it worked on him. But yeah, he definitely has those martial arts techniques. For sure now. Oh man, this actually is a pretty intense fight. God damn it, El Nix. We already heard you the first several times. Insurmountable, it's quite a word. That's not doing much at all. Then the fight really might be bad over. Bad touch. I assumed as much. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought his limbs were coming off, but I guess it was just the armor. Definitely a bold move. Yeah, he doesn't really need to. Compared to him... Remember that fight with Shokunoff? Literal instant victory. Not to brag or anything. But I'm kind of the best. Sorry you had to end up fighting me. Touch me. Okay. I mean, you asked for it. And what a manly fight this is. It's great. Yeah, nothing at all. He even seems sweating. Yeah. Okay. Just dropped. Okay, time to have a speech, I guess. Promise to take good care of my adventures. I'm about to res the troll right in front of all of them to prove a point. And they are impressed. I am a literal god. Please serve me. You won't regret it. Do we have the crowd now? Hey, long time no see. You're rooting for his enemy the whole time. Shut up. I was. But, you know, just some humbleness, you know. You really don't wish that, but okay. Shut up, guys. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, it might not be the best time and place for such an important decision. I'll consider it. Yes, he just saw through all your plans, yeah. Because you could have ambushed him with that. You're just really overthinking things. A voice of reason back there. I always think of Sengoku rants with the whole vassal state thing. That was when I first heard about it. I wouldn't say that. You've had some pretty unfortunate people in this show. In credits? Or, well, just literally just, okay, no ED or anything. Okay. Okay, well, that was the 4th episode of the, 4th season of Overlord, and yeah, good stuff. Like I thought, we did get that, Coliseum battle, but it was later in the episode. But, yeah, we did get to see how we got there, which is good. And there definitely was, like I said, much less deliberate, premeditated planning than Elnix assumed, right? He's just imagining, Ainz playing this game of 4D chess and outmaneuvering him and knowing about all of his slain theocracy meetings and stuff like that, right? That was his headcanon of what was going on, but just Ainz was just here, had a suggestion about the Coliseum, went through with it, trying to get those adventures and all that for his Adventure Academy or whatever he's trying to make, right? That's all there really was. I did like how one of his loyal knights back there, one of the Elite Four, he said as much like, hey, maybe he's not thinking all these things you think he's thinking. And he's like, no, don't be ridiculous. Of course he is. It's great. Some good stuff there. But yeah, that pretty much was the episode, right? The showcasing how we got there and fighting there, right? You can really boil the episode down to those two halves, so probably not really a huge amount to say here, but the one guy whose name I don't remember, but, the mustache guy, the guild guy, right? He's proven to be pretty useful for the most part. So I do look forward to seeing how that goes. Also, the Fludel, whatever his name is, the fancy sorcerer that the Empire, lost, got betrayed by, right? He's here too. Continuing to get fed like scraps from mines to keep him loyal. The Book of the Dead gave him a fancy little monocle thing to be able to read it, and I think also just took it back, right? So that's a thing as well. Also, we got to see the one bunny maid from the opening, who I'm now not sure is a girl anymore, but can never really truly know for sure until the dress comes off, I suppose. But we got to see that character, right? And the beady-eyed guy as well. Not sure how relevant he'll be going forward, but I guess we'll see eventually. But we had a nice little meeting with him. And yeah, just then we had our battle, which even with Ainz being so restricted, it really was not much of a fight at all. Like he definitely a lot of leeway, just very easily defeated him for the most part, right? and, you know, killed him, brought him back. So, yeah, definitely could be a valuable asset to Nazarick, the Sorcerer Kingdom, right? He did say that, right? That he would fight for him if he won. So, I guess we can expect that to be a thing going forward. A new edition and all that. But, yeah, just not too much to say. The fight itself was cool to watch. And freaking Elnix just blatantly rooting for the enemy the whole time. And just, yeah. As soon as we pop back up there, he's like, we want to become your vassal state, please. We love you. You know, just freaking Elnix, right? I know he's doing everything he can to just stay alive. You know, just try to be able to see tomorrow and all that. But, yeah. I guess we'll see how Ian decides to take that. But you'll accept it if I submit it in writing. I don't know, it was a funny little scene there. But, yeah, good stuff. I quite enjoyed this episode. I think that's all I really had to say about it. So, thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.